Hello, it's Emily and welcome to your free Self-Love Starter course. In this course, I'm going to teach you my powerful advice, the exact steps and important information about how you can love yourself so that you can live your best life. In this first video, I'm going to share with you the 10 most important things that you deserve to know before starting your journey to self-love. Here, I'm going to break down some myths and assumptions about self-love. So here are the 10 most important things that you need to know about self-love in order to love yourself. Let's begin. Number 1, self-love is possible for you. Even if you're struggling right now to accept who you are, self-love is open for everyone and anyone who chooses the path to self-love. And I am living proof that self-love is possible because I spent a decade of my youth hating myself, being insecure, and trying to change everything about who I was. And I never ever thought that I could love who I was. But then I decided that I didn't want to waste the rest of my life being insecure, loathing my body, and being afraid to be me. So I started my own journey to self-love. And along my journey to self-love, I have discovered the golden blueprint to long-term happiness and self-love. And now I want to share it with you in this course. Don't feel that you can't love yourself, because you can. I want you to know that self-love is possible. You will reach self-love because you can love yourself. Number 2, self-love does not come from your physical appearance or your body image. This is important to know because it's easy to believe that in order to love ourselves, that we must look a certain way or be a specific person. But that's not true. See, society and social media have fed us this lie that in order to love ourselves and be happy with who we are, we must change our physical appearance or change who we are. And as a result, we feel pressured to look a certain way, to lose weight, to change our hair, to get fitter, to have a thigh gap, to be more curvy. Because social media and society tell us that self-love and happiness comes from our appearance and our physical image. But it doesn't. And have you ever felt like this? Have you ever told yourself that when you lose weight, you'll be happy? When you lose weight, you can then be confident and love yourself? Or when you get fit, then you will love yourself? Or when you change this or that about your body, then you will love yourself? I know I have. I spent years wasting my childhood, my youth, my life, telling myself that I wasn't good enough until I lost more weight, until I got more fit, until I had more curves, until I got longer hair. I told myself all of these things, and this led me down to a very unhealthy and dangerous path. And this made me to start hating myself. I started skipping meals, obsessively weighing myself, addictively comparing myself to others. I would spend hours looking in the mirror, hating my reflection, throwing negative comments about my body all over the place, pushing and pulling on my body, wishing I didn't have this or that. I would cry myself to sleep at night. And I wasted hours researching how to change different things about my body. How could I get rid of dark circles? How could I get fuller lips? How could I get rid of my chest chin? How could I get rid of everything? The list just went on. And because I felt pressured from society and social media to change who I was, I tried to fit into these beauty standards. And I felt that I could never love myself until I changed my physical appearance. If you feel like this, or you have felt like this, I want you to know that you're not alone. And I want you to know that self-love comes from within you. Let me say that again. Self-love comes from within you. And in order to love yourself, you do not need to change your physical appearance. Self-love comes from loving who you are right now. And I'm going to teach you how. Number 3. Self-love is not determined by a specific factor. You can love yourself regardless of your age, size, shape, or identity. You do not need to be a specific person to love yourself. Self-love is about learning to love who you are in this moment. So whether you are tall, short, curvy, thin, athletic, in between, or otherwise, you can love yourself. and you are worthy of self-love. I grew up with this belief that self-love comes from looking a certain way, or being a certain type, or a certain size, or a certain shape. And this limiting belief held me back from loving myself for years, because I felt that I had to be someone else to be worthy to love myself. But I was wrong, because self-love comes to everyone who wants to love themselves, no matter what shape, size, or identity. Number 4, self-love is not selfish. Before you begin your journey to self-love, it's important that you understand that self-love is about respecting, accepting, and embracing who you are. It's about having a strong and positive self-relationship and looking after yourself. Unfortunately, many individuals feel afraid to love who they are because they feel that other people would judge them as being stuck up or selfish. And I used to feel this way as well. But then I realized that 1, there is absolutely nothing selfish with self-love. In fact, self-love is necessary for living a good and happy life. And 2, I shouldn't care about what other people think of me because it's not my problem what they think of me. And if people are going to judge me for looking after myself and respecting who I am, then I'm not going to let those small-minded people impact my amazing, life-changing journey to self-love. And this is how you have to think as well. Don't worry about anyone else. This is your journey. You are investing in yourself. You are building the best relationship with yourself. And you are creating your best life. So good on you. Number 5, self-love is not defined by other people. And what I have learned about self-love is that you shouldn't rely on others to determine your self-love or your self-worth. Because self-love does not come from how other people treat you. Self-love comes from within you, from the relationship that you have with yourself. I used to get caught up thinking that if someone treated me poorly, then that meant that I wasn't worthy. That meant that I wasn't good enough. That meant that I wasn't valued to love myself. But that's not true, because the way that people treat you does not define you. So regardless of what other people say, how they act towards you or how they treat you does not determine your self-worth or your self-love. Number 6, your relationship status does not determine whether you can or can't love yourself. Because self-love is about the relationship you have with yourself. And self-love comes from within you. It's easy to get caught up in this idea that other people must love us before we love ourselves. Or that we have to be in a relationship to love who we are. And have you ever felt like this? I used to as well. But that's not true. Because your worth does not come from another individual or from another relationship. It comes from within you. Because whether you're single or in a relationship or otherwise does not make you more or less worthy of self-love. Whether you are in a relationship or not, you still need to learn how to love yourself, and you still need to work on creating the best relationship with who you are. So please remember that you are your own person. You create your own self-love, and no one can take that away from you. Number 7, self-love is the best gift you can give yourself. Yes, definitely, I believe this because self-love allows you to grow and embrace, nurture and care for yourself, and it's necessary for living a happy and healthy long-term life. And when you love who you are, you give yourself the freedom and peace to be yourself and enjoy who you are. And this increases your confidence, your happiness, and your success. So the relationship you have with yourself is the most important relationship you will have in your life, because you will always have you. And the way that you treat yourself determines your quality of life. So strengthening the relationship you have with yourself will improve your life significantly. Number 8, you do not need to be perfect to love yourself. And this is so important to talk about because a lot of us individuals feel that we can't love ourselves because we feel we need to be perfect or we need to live up to some expectation or standard. And I used to feel this way. I felt that I needed to lose weight, to be prettier, to be funnier, to be smarter so that I could love myself. But I couldn't be further from the truth. See, the secret to self-love is not about being perfect. Self-love is about embracing, accepting, and enjoying who you are right now. Self-love comes from being yourself, not from being perfect. Number 9, you are not defined by your battles, challenges, or a mental illness. Your battles and challenges do not define you. And if you have been diagnosed with any sort of medical condition or mental illness, it does not define you. It does not make you less worthy of self-love. You are not your battles. You are not your mistakes. You are not your difficulties or problems. You are not a mental illness. To love yourself, you need to recognize that yes, your experiences shape you, but they do not define you. Please don't tell yourself that you can't love yourself because you're depressed. Don't tell yourself that you can't love yourself because you made a mistake or because you have all of these challenges, because you can love yourself. Don't let these situations or experiences define you because you are so much more. Number 10, self-love is a fun, exciting, and rewarding journey. If you believe that self-love is difficult, impossible, or painful, I want you to know that the journey to self-love is easier than you think. I know everyone says, just love yourself, but no one shows you how. And this makes self-love difficult. But now I have the proven step-by-step blueprint to self-love so that your journey to self-love can be the most rewarding and exciting journey that it can be. And I'm so excited to help you. I'm so excited to guide you on your journey to self-love because I spent way too much time of my life, wasting my life, hating who I was. I tried all of these different tactics and tools to try and love myself, but nothing worked until I discovered this blueprint. And now I am happy, filled with self-love, and living my best life. So now I want to share this with you so that you can love yourself and live your best life. Just stick around for this course because if you want to transform and change your life for the best and make a positive impact on yourself, I will show you how. You deserve to love yourself. And let's begin your journey to self-love now. Why wait to have a positive impact on your life? And stick around for video 2 of your self-love starter course.